on the broadcast today. His name is Manoj Tiwary. Manoj Tiwary is a former Indian cricketer, still playing for Bengal, a very distinguished cricketer. And Manoj Tiwary is someone who has been speaking out against the, if I can call it, the Bollywood lobby that is, for some reason, averse to the idea of a complete investigation into the Sushant Singh Rajput death case. Manoj, you were on the Sunday debate. You watched Kangana Ranaut's interview with Arnab Goswami on Nation Wants to Know. And last evening, I saw your tweet after the debate. You have said, and I want to read out that tweet before I come across to you and ask you my first question. You said that the people who are all attacking Kangana Ranaut for her statements are exposing themselves. You said themselves of who they are from the inside, but remember, when karma hits back, then it hits back at you with no menu. You get served what you deserve. Thumbs up. And you also said to brace yourselves, it's coming at you. And with the hashtag, you said India wants the Sushant truth. Why do you think Bollywood, and I know that you aren't a Bollywood insider, but you're certainly someone who has been backing a complete investigation, a CBI investigation into the case. Why do you think this split is happening today, Manoj?
I think they want to be in the good books of the big banners, to be honest. The reason why I have come out in the open, want to support what Kangana has said, because I believe I've been following her career for quite a number of time now, like over a period of time where she obviously comes out with the bold statements and whatever she has experienced over a period of time, and I can relate that to some other aspects of life as well, and that's the reason. Because yesterday I saw the Arnab show again, and I was following. There was one lady who was constantly got rattled up and was speaking completely against what she has said, and I find it very amusing because the time when everybody had to raise their voice when Sushant Singh Rajput's death occurred. They kept quiet, but now when Kangana has come out openly, and now you see on to her and started commenting and attacking her from left, right, and center. And I salute to that lady because she's not only an actor; she's a superwoman. She's an inspiration for so many others. And I believe after this, there will be a lot of people will come out and will share the experiences of injustice happens not only in Bollywood but other sides as well.
Now you see the kind of support that's coming in. I want to read out some of the tweets. In fact, more and more actors, I don't know whether you saw it, but Simi Garewal also tweeted about the Kangana interview, saying that Kangana had a lot of courage to say what she did. More and more actors. In fact, you see what Ranveer Shori tweeted yesterday, and the entire fight between him and Anurag Kashyap. And you also had Isha Gupta, who's tweeted, and I just want to read out the tweets before I toss it to you. She said, if history's taught us anything, it's the fact that whenever a woman rises against authority, she's either called crazy or bossy or difficult. It's easier to be a part of a herd than stand against all. I can't comment on other things as I don't know how much of it is true, but every uneducated, overpaid, unethical journalist who writes blind items should be slammed. You make our life a joke just because we don't treat you like God. So this is exactly what we've also been debating, the existence of a Bollywood lobby. It's like a ecosystem. There are select directors, select producers, select actors, select journalists, all part of one nice clique, and anyone who speaks against them is considered an outsider.
You see, only after when Kangana spoke about the whole experience, about his how difficult it was with her, and shared her experience, then only the police started questioning Rajiv Masand, and it was not happened before Kangana came out. So you can see the changes happening, and we all want that only because we want to know what really has happened with Sushant Singh's case. It's been so many days now since we don't have any idea of what really occurred that particular night. There are so many questions which still needs to be answered, and I salute her for coming out and speaking her heart out. And people like me, obviously, I can relate. That's why I'm also coming in forward and I want to know what really has happened. And obviously, see, like I said, she has been in for so many youngsters now, and this movement obviously will bring out more and more actors coming out and speaking in her support, because this has to end, because it cannot continue for years to come. The injustice stop somewhere. So I think it's just the start of something which is going to be a big change in coming days.
And you know, Shekhar Kapoor has just tweeted, Manoj. And Shekhar Kapoor is someone who has been very supportive of Sushant. He has said, and I quote, if you want to journey with the gods or your creativity, you have to walk each step in devotion, in humility. God willing, Pani will get made one day. Pani the film will get made one day. And if it does, I will dedicate it to Sushant. But it has to be made with partners that walk in humility, not in arrogance. And you know what the reference is to? Shekhar Kapoor is such a senior filmmaker. When he says that last line, when he says it has to be made with partners that walk in humility, not arrogance, you know, there is a lot of pushback that's coming in from Bollywood, big producers, many of whom have been questioned, many of whom have not been questioned. But the truth is, there are many of them who don't want young talent to come up. Like in the field of cricket, in Bollywood too, there are many of them. Manoj.
So it's a human tendency not to encourage a newcomer who has a bright future. Human tendency, it happens, and we have experience in every field, to be honest. But Shekhar Kapoor, I see when I see a lot of videos coming in social media. If you remember, Govinda also coming out in open and speaking his heart out in the press release that his movies were not allowed to come out, and we are talking about Govinda, and he's a legend. I'm a big fan of him as well. Along with him, we see a lot of videos of Bollywood actors, their experiences, how things happens over there. But I think it's a right time for them to wake up. I don't have a problem with star kids into Bollywood. With that, they have to be a little humble, down to ground as well, and not to be that arrogant. When we hear comments from big stars or star kids, I obviously it raises a lot of questions why she's acting like that, and this is something which, as a fan of Bollywood movies, I don't want to see anybody coming out in so arrogant way. If you get success, you take it and be grounded. So it's important. So it's important to be very humble and down to earth as well. We don't want to see arrogance. Obviously, this is something which pisses off everybody. But again, I want to come back to why all these things have started. Why this much of trending happening from the very first day is the reason why people are not able to understand why it's taking so long for a police department to come out and say what is really happened. If we have seen that somebody from the crime scene in about 5 minutes, it was announced that he committed suicide. But we see a lot of videos coming in social media where a lot of questions are being raised. There was a video coming in the media from the opposite building where it's been clearly shown that some guy was running away with a plastic bag. I believe it was evidence or whatever it is. But these people needs to be questioned, and I'm sure police department is doing their job in their own time. But at the same time, if they can come out in the open and have a press release so that the people of India who are fans of Sushant Singh will get to know that the police department is working towards certain aspects, and if they can brief us, then only the hope will again be there for people to believe that the investigation is going on in a fair way. Yeah.
Okay, but are you confident that that this will go somewhere? That there would be a much more detailed investigation, because clearly the police is under pressure. You look at what's been happening in the last few weeks. I'll tell you, we're broadcasting from Mumbai. The Mumbai police is investigating, and very strangely, the Shiv Sena, which is of course the ruling party here, said the police does not really have to call in directors and producers and actors. There was one statement to that effect that was made a couple of weeks back. So certainly The police will be under pressure from the Bollywood lobby, from politicians, from interested parties. Are you confident that, of course, we are doing our part to keep up that pressure and ask questions, but you think the truth will emerge in this case?
Yes, I firmly believe that truth will emerge, and it's going to emerge with the help of you people, Republic Channel. If you keep continuing with the debates happening alternative day, if that's possible. But I'm very much confident of the fact that Ishkaran and Mr. Swami has taken this very seriously and taken up to them, and they have filed and they have put up a letter to the police department and seeking CBI investigation into it. And we all know that if Subramaniam Swami takes the case, then it becomes very serious, and we have seen that over a period of time. I must thank them as well, and all the fans who are contributing with whatever little evidences they can to the social media and sending across to Ishkaran and Swami. It will only help the case getting more stronger. See, we all want to believe police department. We don't want to obviously just say that they are not working to their best and they are just ignoring it completely and delaying for so long. But to gain the faith of the people, I think they should act a little bit more quicker. In that way, the confidence will be back again with the people of India.
Okay. Manoj, appreciate you speaking to Republic TV, and I know that it's not easy to speak out. For anybody to speak out, there will be 100 people asking you questions on why you're speaking out of turn, especially when you're not from the film industry. You're a well-wisher, and you're a cricketer. Many people, I'm sure, are asking you questions about why you're speaking out of turn and whether you will come under pressure. But it takes a lot of courage to do that, like Kangana did, and like many people are now doing. I appreciate you. First for speaking out and for being on Republic TV this afternoon. Thank you very much. I hope that you continue to show support for the truth in this case.
Definitely, yeah, definitely. I'll be giving my support till the time that justice is prevailed. Thank you for having me in your show.
Thank you, Manoj. Thank you. Taking a short break on that note, more and more actors in support of the truth in the Sushant Singh Rajput case. As Bollywood takes sides, there are a courageous few who are speaking out. We'll continue to highlight their voice as well. Taking a short break, stay tuned.